I don't like the idea of having to explain myself to people. What are you? Why do you have a tattoo that says boys don't cry? Oh my God. God forbid I don't have a penis, you know? So it's like, I find enough reason to escape having to explain myself to people, and not necessarily because I don't know how to, but I think the world in general is obsessed with just like putting people into categories so that it makes sense in their heads as to who and what they are and why they're that way. Yeah, almost like a deciphering code. I remember when I bumped into a homie of mine, Shumelo Slacha, who also works in the film industry. And he was like, yo, what you been doing? I'm like, it's been a bit slow. I don't know what's happening. But it was like, yo, I peeped that project. I did a project with Sage Aronsa that looked at transitioning. They invited me into their setting to like literally film taking their testosterone shots. And they were like, bro, I didn't know what happens for people to transition. So like, I need you to understand that the work that you're doing is important, because I would have never known if you didn't do it, because I didn't have the interest, but then it was in my face and then I learned something new and I was like, oh shit. What we're looking at is leisure in awkward places, right? Obviously, through an editorial look also. I think a lot of my shoots happen through child play and stuff. I think as adults, we don't play childhood games, you know? And I thought this would be a nice way to find leisure and play through that childhood lens. The medium that includes water, or the part that includes water, is because water is found in a lot of the work that I do. So water always has to be present because of that fluidity and its ability to like just hold any form of life.
Who here has ever been to a drag show before? There are 3 rules. Rule number 1, please have fun. Order as much as you can. The more support, the more IT. Alright? You'll see on your tables there are a special menu for today's event.
We understand people don't like to go out in this weather. And the fact that my stepmother didn't cancel because she will not go out in this weather is for us. If her and her 8 people come, then we're happy.
Yeah.
Because then it's worth being open for them, because they'll spend money. Exactly. And it's worth, they create their own crowd and their own vibe. So
Well, last time half the staff was done.
we performed at a venue once when it was just his management crew and him.
And that was Tiger's Month.
Yeah, literally, it was just us, and
But
she still
they
performed for us,
did have-
because also it's exposure and it's foot. We making content, and so she'll perform.
No, but that's the thing. Like last time, all of the staff, especially ones in the kitchen, they were like, "How do we do this? This is amazing. I like this person." And they loved being involved in like the backstage stuff. They were like, "Oh, we were helping," and I was like, "Oh, so proud of you."
There goes my hairline again, but it's fine. As soon as I start getting done, or even if my makeup is like halfway done, that alter ego creeps in and I become a whole new... I mean, you can ask any one of my team members, they'll tell you she's a different person. She's a bitch. No, I'm not. No. But it changes, it's very quick, and I just feel more myself when that clicks in, so... You gotta do the back.
How's the back?
You gotta pull down.
Oh. But you have to unclip it.
No. There's no clips. Rule number 2. Please do not touch me while I'm performing unless I touch you. Because this is going to go from a drag show to WWE SmackDown. Alright.
Like I became more comfortable in like gender fluidity a bit when I used to work at this hospital, and this little kid kept on seeing me from the back, and I was wearing like these baggy jeans, baggy t-shirt, big afro, like no earrings, just piercings, and he like was trying to call me and he kept on going, uncle, like uncle,
And then the other kids in Afrikaans are like making fun of him, and they're like, "Is that a boy or a girl?" And he's like, "It's a boy," and they're all laughing or whatever. And I kind of had this moment where I was like, that was kind of nice for like 2 seconds, like to be perceived as someone's uncle.
I must ask, are you non-binary? Because
That is the question. Yeah, I used to identify as non-binary, but my pronouns are she, they. So I guess I'm more comfortable than I was in like the notion of being a woman and being viewed as a woman, but that aspect of like not really just being that comes into play. So then I added like the they at the back instead of in the front. But I don't mind like she, they, he, yeah. Like it takes a lot of work, but then like once you get there, it's like you can call yourself privileged enough to like enjoy experiencing different gender perceptions. But then it does come back to what you're dealing with in the bedroom late at night. But that's the nice thing about gender and sexuality. Like it's only as deep as you make it.
Jackie was watching, she goes, so funny.
Rule number 3. You are allowed to tip me. Trust me, it's very cheap to look this expensive. Ladies and gentlemen, order your drinks, order your food, and we will be back. Fresh air. Let's go. To be in drag or to be a drag artist, it's very empowering because in my day-to-day life, I won't go to the shops by myself. You can ask them. I won't walk down the street. I won't leave the house. If I'm in drag, girl, you're gonna see me everywhere. I want to be in the streets. I want to be talking to the people. You know, so it's kind of like it's a whole new version of myself that just has a lot of more confidence, and yeah, so it's empowering actually. I wish people would ask me how it makes me feel to do what I do, or how I decide to express what I'm doing, so that you as an audience can feel what I am feeling. So emotions is a big part of it. So I want people to ask me like, how do you make someone cry? How do you make someone laugh? How do you make someone feel serious or sad or you know? I wanna know from my crowd how they feel, because what they are feeling tells me if I'm doing a good job or not.
I didn't know you were non-binary
right.
until I went on Instagram and then saw your pronouns there.
Okay.
But I also think like on that, like the navigation of a non-binary identity is very important, I think, because you know, even if that's not your final say at the end of the day, like just experiencing something outside of your own binary that you've lived in, you know, like it's quite a hippie mantra, you know, like yeah, get out there, you know,
Yeah.
put that binder on, check it out, not for you, take it off, you know.
I'm no longer concerned with how I'm perceived and whether that perceiving plays out because I'm in a woman's body or in how it relates to biology. I, I very quickly got over it when I found what it is that I'm comfortable with for myself. And I mean, even with like terminologies like non-binary or where on the spectrum that it is that you fall, you feel that you resonate mostly with, I'm really unbothered by it because I don't think that I can even get to those definitions if I don't know, if I'm not fully experiencing myself. For now, I haven't really been focusing on finding words to describe me. I've just been focusing on being me, and that looks like a randomized pie chart many days.